The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. The world will ask you who you are, and if you don't know, the world will tell you. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. A man's hatred is always concentrated upon that which makes him conscious of his bad qualities. To be normal is the ultimate aim of the unsuccessful. Everyone you meet knows something. You don't know but need to know, learn from them. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. We meet ourselves time and again in 1,000 disguises on the path of life. I don't aspire to be a good man, I aspire to be a whole man. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. Often the hands will solve a mystery that the intellect has struggled with in vain. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. If you are a gifted person, it doesn't mean that you gained something, it means you have something to give back. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. In each of us there is another whom we do not know. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. A dream that is not understood remains a mere occurrence. Understood, it becomes a living experience. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Midlife is the time to let go of an overdominant ego and to contemplate the deeper significance of human existence. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. The debt we owe to the play of imagination is incalculable. I shall not commit the fashionable stupidity of regarding everything I cannot explain as a fraud. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. To me, dreams are part of nature, which harbors no intention to deceive, but expresses something as best it can. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It all depends on how we look at things, and not on how things are in themselves. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Great talents are the most lovely and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol, morphine, or idealism. The foundation of all mental illness is the unwillingness to experience legitimate suffering. Born on the 26th of July 1875 in Kesswil, Switzerland, Carl Gustav Jung was a psychologist, psychiatrist, and the man responsible for founding analytical psychology. Jung discovered philosophy in his teens and became widely read. He was a student of the University of Basel in 1895 to 1900, where he studied medicine to become a psychiatrist. Like the video if you want and subscribe to Incentive Quotes. Thank you for watching.